Okay, hello again. Here's the next in the saga of getting the engine out of the Vauxhall Frontera. Yesterday I had a huge fight for a couple of hours and absolutely exhausted myself getting the cross brace from right under the engine off. These bolts on the end were well rusted in. I had just to wait, I just couldn't get them off and I couldn't get the leverage. But I got there eventually. By the time I'd done that, that was enough yesterday. That would clear some space for me to get to the sump bolts. Before I can try to get to the sump bolts, I've had to get the engine hoist out again and try and untwist the engine, get it back on its mounting turrets, which I'd done. It happened as soon as I lifted it and adjusted the adjustable hoist. The whole thing just went clunk straight back onto the gearbox. Amazing. And now it's sat as it should be on its original engine mounts, on its turrets. So now all of the bolts for the sump are clear. Next job is to get all those loosened off and get the sump pan off and cut off the oil pickup. That's what I'm about to do now, so I'll update you in just a moment. Okay, here we are. Let's get on with the next part of the job. More unsteady video because I'm using my mobile phone, but Doggy's not barking his head off. What I've got to do next is get underneath the car, insert this H6 Allen key headed socket into the sump bolts, give the extension a bit of a whack with a hammer to try and break the seal and make it easier to undo, and then take each one out bit by bit. 13 of them, 12 or 13 of them I think there is. I can get the sump pan off, and then removing the oil pickup is another story. But let's get the oil sump off, the oil pan first, and then I'll update you once I've done that. Right, there it is. I've managed to get all 12, not 13, all 12 out of the sump. Was a bit of a fight. Ooh, sorry about my shadow. Somebody's been in here before and put red thread lock all over them, which hasn't helped, but these are steel bolts going into a aluminium casting, so I've had to put the tool in and give it a whack with the hammer. And I've done that on every single one before I've even tried. Makes it take a little bit more time, but they've all come out. Next, the sump still won't come off because somebody's gunked it all up with gasket sealant and it's proper stuck. I did give it a little bit of a whack with the hammer, but I don't want to damage it. I've already killed the sump on the replacement engine, so I really need this one to be the one that goes back on. So, although Monza's helped, or asked to help, and take the rubber mallet outside to give it a whack underneath, because he can fit under there better, I'm going to have to do it myself. But he did nick the rubber mallet off me and take it out onto the decking, ready to go. He's a very helpful dog, you know. Just a bit bored at the moment, because he can't do too much to help me. Woohoo! And there we are! Finally, with the help of a screwdriver and my rubber mallet, the sump pan is finally off the bottom of the engine. Hi Doggy, you don't really care about this, do you? it's off. So now all I've got to get off is the oil pickup, which sits right on the bottom of this. Just look at this though. Obviously I drained the engine oil before I took this off, but there's close to a litre of oil still left in there below the level of the drain plug. Don't know if you can see that. Sorry about the unsteady camera. There's the drain plug. So when this oil pan's sat level, that's all the dirty oil and all the muck floating about in the engine that doesn't come out, even though you leave it dripping for an hour. If you're going to do an oil change, just a suggestion, take your oil pan off and clean it out with methylated spirits or something, but don't just drain your oil and expect that that's going to be it. You're going to have a sump full of clean oil, because you won't. There's all the crap left in the bottom still floating about in your engine. Anyway, next is get the big angry man tools out and take off the oil sump pickup. Cut it off. Grr. Wait for the next one. Be right back. There we are. Big angry man tool. Mains reciprocating saw, or for you guys out there, sawzall, otherwise known. That's what I'm going to use to cut off the oil pickup, which should enable me to take out the engine. Let's get on with it. See you in a moment. Okay, just a little update. It just goes to show, get the right tool on the job and you're never going to have any problems. The sawzall, look, it went through the mounting bracket on the oil pickup, just there, and the tube, the gas pipe sized tube that I spoke about in the last video, which sits right down here, so it makes no difference whether the oil sump comes out. It went through it in like 3 seconds. It went through so quick I didn't even have time to stop the sawzall blade coming through like that. I put loads of pressure on it and it just went through and went whack, and this thing flew off, hit my head and then hit the floor. So now there's enough room for the engine to come out. The hack job is really working. Oh boy, is it working. Don't go away now. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Me especially. Back soon. Okay, here we go. It may not look like it now, but the engine dangling from the engine hoist is actually out. My little hack job seems to have worked. I've got to lift it up now and pull it out. So the next thing you're going to see is the engine sitting on the ground, or on maybe 1 or 2 tyres, until I get it on the engine stand. But it's worked. Happy days. This is where you're supposed to see a shot of me dancing up and down like Carlton out of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I would be if I could get on cam, believe me. Right, wait for the next bit. It's going to be good. There you go, look. Told you so. Out it comes. Ready to go. Just there. Stay with me. This is going to be good. Okay, the engine is just about to come out. The only thing stopping it now, I thought this might happen, is a bracket holding the harness which connects to the starter motor. 10mm bolt into the bottom of the block. Once that comes out, the engine's going to swing out. do that now, and then we're done, I think.
You're looking a bit nonplussed, boy.
So there it is, finally the hack worked. The engine is out. I'm just about to lower it down onto one of these tyres because the light's fading. I haven't got time to put the engine stand there onto it. It's going to have to sit like this overnight on a tyre. I'll put the bonnet back on just to protect everything. There it is, an empty engine bay. Job done, work done, mission accomplished. I'll be back with you next time. Please like, comment, subscribe if there's anything else you want to know about what I've done and how I've done this. Just leave a comment in the section below. All comments are welcome. I'll be back with you soon. Bye for now. There you are. Job is jobbed. Engine out. Sat on tyre. What I'm going to do tonight now, because the light's going, might not look like it on this video. I'm going to wrap it up now. Put the engine hoist away. Cover the engine up in plastic and put the bonnet back on the car. Look at that, empty engine bay. Now the dog can see the rabbit, and I can see how I need to drop the front axle that's been causing me all these goddamn problems. It's all a learning curve, right? Let me know what you think. Right, comment, subscribe. I'll see you soon.